Welcome to the Ask Domnet Show. Good morning. The fastest 30 minutes of your day every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Sorry, guys. Today we're getting started a little late. It's closer to 8:24. A lot of cool stuff we're going to be talking about. So if you're with us, let's go into the December 31st rundown. It's the last show of the year, so thank you for spending it with me. Let's get into it. There's so much to talk about today. So much to talk about, and I'm excited. Trump freezes Minnesota childcare funds. There is a whole kerfuffle of situation going on in Minnesota right now. If you have been seeing the news, at least you know my feed talks about some naughty things that might be happening allegedly in Minnesota. Well, we know that there are some, but let's figure that out. Next, Dame Dash Film Company, Poppington, auctioned off. We'll see. Let's see how much money he got. It's probably not as much as you think. It does have a one in front of it and a couple zeros behind it. We'll see if you got that one right. Tell me what you think he got for his film company with some bangers in there, such as We Went to China and a couple other movies. Let's see here. Well, yeah, some other movies that he made. We'll go over it. But tell me how much, or honor up. All right. So, and then we want to talk about some business grants. Last week or last show, I mentioned to you some grants. I just really touched it like just at the top. You guys gave me a lot of reason to really dive in. You told me you're interested. I asked you, comment the word grant if you're interested. And I got the list. I got a list of grants for you. I want to send it to you. I went through. I'm excited about it. I worked pretty hard on it, honestly. So I'm excited for you guys to see it. I want to give you a sneak peek, but my producer won't let me do that until that segment of the show because he goes, "Oh, Don, we have to cue it up. We have to cue it." No. I want to give you guys a sneak peek, but don't worry about it. Stay for that section. Business grants. There is a whole list that I curated especially for you guys. And then just the 2025 recap. And I just let you know how 2025 went for me. I still have 1 day left. So we'll see. This might be my best day or my worst day. So there's still some things to be seen there. But 2025 was an amazing year. The people joining me know that I'm always running, gunning, and hustling. So I appreciate you. Let's get on to the Trump freezes childcare. So there is a whole thing going on in Minnesota. There's this daycare. And so there's this daycare scheme, allegedly, that is saying that this YouTuber went to Minnesota. And it started before this YouTuber went to Minnesota. And he's like, hey, these daycares ran by Somali immigrants. That's the problem, folks. This isn't white people doing white crimes. These are immigrants. Somali, that's Africa, people. Whoa, Somali is a predominantly Muslim country. Oh my gosh, you're checking so many of the boxes for the like the red meat crowd. What immigrants? Now, if you're legitimately committing fraud, then well, you're wrong. You're wrong. So they went, checked out these daycares, and like these daycares are receiving government funds, but don't seem to be operational. So how much of that is fact? How much is fiction? Let's check out his video on. This is a segment from Fox News here.
Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center. We've arrived to ABC Learning Center. All the windows are blacked out. I would like to check a child in the daycare. Why? Can I speak to a manager? I would like to see if I could bring little Joey, my son little Joey here. Is there paperwork or can I check out the daycare?
You got $2.66 million this year in funding and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going.
Okay, guys. So the first giveaway, the video is longer, but you know they spelled the daycare name wrong. Quality Learning Center instead of learning. Just a little aside. If you're an immigrant in the country, learn English. Read and write English. Sorry, don't hate me. Just learn it. It's going to make your whole life easier or easier, depending on how you say it. I know I'm an immigrant. I'm a son of immigrants. I'm not even just a son of immigrants. Like I am literally like, I should show you some pictures of my childhood. But I say that to say, because I've been around an amazing immigrant community, I grew up in it. I can see the difficulties that come with not being proficient or fluent in English. There's so much discrimination inherent and obtuse sometimes that you don't even recognize or realize that people are bestowing on you. So take that away. But okay, so now these daycares are not, they don't have kids in the middle of the day. Some of them got millions of dollars. And what this guy is calling government money. Are these daycares really running amok? Maybe. What we do know is that in 2022, the Biden administration did an investigation and they arrested like 70 people out of some, I was going to say Somaliland, what we call Minnesota. They arrested like 70 people. And honestly, I didn't cue it up for y'all, but the ringleader of that heist was a white woman. Yeah, the Somalians were participating in it. That's dumb. If you are an immigrant in this country, just stay on your P's and Q's, baby. They don't want you here. I'm not saying everybody, but there's a good percentage of people that don't want you here. Don't give them a reason. And I'm saying I'm part of the community. So I'm like, this is self-serving, guys. Like, don't cause any problems for us. If you want to run a daycare, have some kids. Make sure that your hours are open, because there are some rebuttals to it. They're saying, well, the guy went there when the daycares were not open. The daycares weren't open it was after hours. The daycare is open at 2:00. I'm not a parent. For those parents, have you guys, Somalis were pirates last week and this week professors at a daycare? And tell me how you really feel, Nelson. Exactly. I mean, like Somali, okay, this is my thought. If you are a parent, are daycares typically opening at 2 p.m.? Who the heck is dropping their kids off at 2 p.m.? Aren't you supposed to be at work? Well, what's the point? That's not even a daycare. That's an afternoon care. Literally, the day's over. So that doesn't make sense. And then I also looked up, Minnesota law states for you to be a registered daycare, you need to be open during regular working hours, which is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Whoa. So why were they registered? And then there's some other stuff. Oh, well, the money doesn't come in from the government. It's really like a credit, right? Like if you're a parent, you get childcare credit, and then you can utilize it at a daycare. And when you utilize that at the daycare, they bill, the government and get that money. So for them to do that, they need to have children there, and the parents are the ones that are giving them the money. And sometimes it's not 100%. It's only subsidized a little bit, maybe. But let me tell you one thing: Somalia, as a country, is the 8th poorest country in the world. What? 8th poorest country in the world. If you are Somalian, and I looked up a stat. 83% of Somali households with children are on some kind of welfare assistance. I'm not judging. I'm not even being critical. I'm just being honest. And this, you can't take the emotion out of it. These are just the facts. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's how your community is looking at you. Immigrants, taking our tax dollars. And now you lying about the daycares? Don't do it. And I'm not saying that you are. But if last week you were like, yeah, I'm opening up this daycare with Ghost Kids, Casper Daycare. We should have known that. The invisible child daycare. The committing fraud is one of the dumbest things you can do in this day and age. There's so many right ways to make money. Just have the kids there. Now, before I leave this topic, in that lady's defense, they're like, I'm not like, you got 2 white men at my door talking about where the kids at? I ain't opening that. I want to bring little Joey in here. You don't got no kid with you, baby. School shooter. Who knows? She don't know that you an Instagrammer, YouTuber. I am a heterosexual male. I've never just walked into a daycare like, let me see your kids. That's weird. So I understand why somebody would be like, yeah, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Now, with that being said, because of all of this, the Trump administration decided we're going to hold back about $170 something million of funding to Minnesota until they sort this out. Woo, a couple of y'all done messed up the bag for a lot of the city or the state. You guys, if y'all had a hard time before, you're going to have a hard time now. So if you were part of the ruckus, if you were part of the daycare rink, just I don't know what you do because they got the microscopes or these binoculars on you. You might as well just pack it up. To be honest, I'd probably just get my passport, call mom, tell her I'm coming back home. Daycare scheme ain't work out. But let's see. Let's go to the Dame Dash. Dame Dash, Mr. Moneyman Dash. Guys, my charger is not charging on my computer, so you might have to excuse me. I need to give me 1 second, guys. I'm back. So Dame Dash has always said you can't have a boss. You can't have what you look like. What's a grown man doing with a boss? All right. I don't believe that he's humble enough, right? And he had to sell his company because he declared bankruptcy last year. Here's another. I don't want to call Dame Dash a clown, but if it look like a clown, talk like a clown, and declare bankruptcy, he might be a clown. Because you can't give people financial and entrepreneurship advice and then declaring bankruptcy, having to sell all your assets. I understand that the message is, which I agree, the underlying message, which is, hey, do for yourself. Make sure that you set yourself up in a position. Boom, boom, boom. But guess what? It's 2025, and he ended his year by selling his company. Let me share my screen here, folks. Let me share my screen. How much did Dame Dash sell his company for? Oh, 50 Cent's response to Dame Dash Film Company selling for $100 at auction. $100. So Mr. Dame Dash, who has his record company, look what's said in this post. This is the Complex post. The record company was bought. It was Poppington Record, the production company holding Dame Dash film catalogs, was bought by a Mr. Mike Montesser. I don't know what type of name that is, but Mike Montesser. I don't even know. I haven't looked up this guy. He don't sound black though. So you know, I don't know if that's just a gut, and he did it to be spiteful. Like he said, he admitted before that the purchase was a jab at Dash. So now you've been talking all this nonsense about working for the white man, working with the white man, and all of a sudden the white man done bought your company for $100. $100 ain't even, and if it's in New York, that's an Uber ride. Dame could have called me. Dame knows me. Dom, give me $200. I'll give it to you. I would have done it. You would have had to call me boss. But that's just because we have to be humble in life, people, right? Like whatever you want to call it, boss, employer, like funder, whatever, like don't matter. Like, of course, make sure that you do things to set you and your family up. I agree with the whole legacy, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, what did the article say that this guy said? Well, Dame Dash owed him like $1 million. And he said, he's just the problem. He has an ego and think he's just bitter coming from where he was to where he is and just blames everybody and doesn't look at himself in the mirror. Dame Dash, look at all the money. Dame Dash has had more money than 90% of Americans. Let me zoom in for y'all. You know, filed for bankruptcy, facing $25 million in taxes, child support, and other debts in the last with at least $5 million tied to civil. Now, all of y'all, here's one thing I really want y'all to know. If you're taking this advice on Instagram, on Facebook, put it in a trust. Or now tie it up in the LLC and do this and Wyoming LLC. You guys don't have enough money to understand the complexities of this. When you owe people that have money, when you owe them money, you think they're not going to find you. You don't think Dame Dash watched those Instagram videos? I would put it in the family trust. I saw a comment on that. Oh, Dame Dash has stuff in the family trust. He might. This man's broke, right? And they're like, okay, cool. He might have some money stashed away. It just ain't the glory days. You get what I'm saying? So what happens if you have it in a family trust? It doesn't really matter all the time because fraud isn't a protected activity. If you're committing fraud, if you're just really stealing people's money, it doesn't matter where you have your money. Somebody with enough time and resilience will come and get you. Now, last thing on the screen. The reason that's important is because let's say he has it in a family trust. That he has these judgments against him. The judge says, I don't care. We think you got money. You got to pay these people or we're going to sell everything. Let's say he has it in a family trust. Brown has said the bankruptcy filing is another attempt to dodge payments, and Dash has previously faced the risk of jail time for refusing to satisfy judgment. Whoa. So now there's a lot of other movies. There's some movies that are in this film production. It's called Poppington Studios. If you got $200, you might be able to go get it. Poppington Studios. The reality is, if you owe people money, I don't care if it's in a trust or in a will or in life insurance, if you have a judgment against you and the judge is telling you you can face jail time unless you satisfy it, I guess it don't matter. You think having a trust and a blah, 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 look at P. Diddy. When you do the wrong things, you get locked up. Lock them up. Now, I don't hate on anybody doing what they got to do to get by. But be smart with it, folks. Don't be too loud. Watch the show. I try to put y'all on game, not on Dame. Now, let's hit the next section here. If you want to get money the legal way, if you don't want to owe the IRS, if you don't want to owe people that will come after you, that guy Mercer, as soon as I saw that name, I'm like, ooh, that's not somebody I would want to owe money to. He just looked like he got friends that will just keep coming after you. So what did I do for y'all? Picking up on the last episode, I created a spreadsheet. This is kind of a masterpiece, people. It is a spreadsheet of available grants for small businesses, for minority businesses. It's a spreadsheet of grants available from the government, from private sector, grants that have previously been closed, but may have an opportunity in the future. Let me share my screen for y'all. Let me share my screen for you all. Give me 1 second, fellas. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. All right. Here is my magnus opus. I'm going to zoom in on a couple, right? So the reality is, if you commented the word grant, where's my guy, Nelson? Where's he's here somewhere? But I'm sending this to you. This is what you're getting. Let me explain to you how I did it. Here is the amount of the grant. All right, let me zoom in because you guys can't see this. Here's the spreadsheet. There's about 100 something opportunities in here, 200 opportunities, but the ones in brown have been closed, right? So they're reopening. The ones in white are available, and I even did it a certain way. This is the amount. This is the deadlines, right? Like where you want to keep an eye out for. Here is the focus and eligibility. All right. So this is a lot of these. The top ones are government grants. And here you see that these are for university, hospitals, nonprofits, and blah, blah, blah. If you're not one of those, this grant does not apply to you. All right. and again, I'm going to send you this. I'm just giving you a rundown. But here I have so much more information. And the screen sharing is kind of weird. So, because I have to zoom in for you guys to see what I'm doing. But this is the grant name. You can do some more research. This is the industry served. And you're going to see here, most of them are all industry. So it doesn't matter what business you're in. Here are the government ones. This is the Small Business Administration grants. And just some other information here on who the organization name is and blah, blah, blah. You reach out to these people. And then these are, if they're small businesses, women-owned businesses, whatever, black-owned, LGBTQIA plus black-owned, woo! Hispanic, Latina X, everybody but the whites apparently on this one. Sorry. Neurodiverse, neurodiverse. I don't even know what that one is. Oh, okay, that's autism. If you're in the autistic space, let me see what this grant is. I haven't even looked at this one. Neurodiverse program. I didn't click on all of them. Okay, let's see. Can you guys see my screen? No, where? Give me 1 second. Let me bring this here. This is the Neurodiverse Entrepreneurship Program. What's the grant? Take action. Apply now. Neurodiverse Entrepreneurship Program. Look, guys, it's that simple. Click the link and apply. I don't care if you're in the entrepreneurship business, nonprofit, or if you're autistic yourself. I don't know that program. Maybe there's plenty of opportunities for the neurodiverse community. Well, I'm lying to you. I don't know that. There's probably not a lot of opportunities that we should be given. So when I see one like this, I love it because it's giving that opportunity. This spreadsheet here has everything that I think you guys will need to apply for these grants. Now, like I said, these top, I would say 23 here. No. Yeah, I would say 23. They're government-based grants. NIH, if you're in the medical space, those are a little bit more dip on your chip to fill out. I have won a grant recently for my farm. Parabéns, meu irmão. Obrigado, irmão. Como estás? Onde estás hoje? Obrigado. Okay, now, the ones underneath it, the arts and the women grants. Let me show you one that I looked up that seemed to be a good fit. Oh, sorry. I'm going to get better with my screen sharing, folks. I'm going to get better with my screen sharing. It was one that, maybe it was this one. Let's see here. Yeah, Big Ideas grant. Of course, we talked about, and shout out to Ladies at Lunch or Ladies Who Lunch, because they did put together this a good amount of this list. Well, now I'm having an issue opening up the link, but if you go through this, and I'm going to send it to you, there are a plethora of grants that you can come up with here. Apply for them. Apply for all of them. The reality is also on the bottom ones here, the gray ones, which you'll see is the dates. Some of them are older. Some of them ended in 2023, some 2024, obviously some in 2025. Oh, let me zoom in for y'all so you can see here. 2020, right? But guess what? You can see what the amounts were. You can see what the programs were about. Just read through it leisurely, right? Read through it. Rise grant, I did look that one up. And guess what? I still provided the links so that you can see if they're going to be opening back up, when they're going to be opening back up. If you have any issues, just call me, email me. But I will be submitting this to you. These are available grant opportunities right now, depending on your business, depending on your size, for nonprofits, for profits. This can help you. We recently were awarded over $25,000 in grants for my various businesses. These are things that sometimes I didn't even know were available to me. I got a forestry grant for Theka Farms of $8,000 to help me get our forestry program done. My wife got an amazing grant for NEMU on the application, the children's app that we've built out, and that was over $10,000. So there are opportunities. Sometimes they're not all straightforward, and there's obviously just a lot of the one thing that I really want you to take out of this is the research that goes into it. You might not get what you were looking for, but you might find something so much better. Love this, Evan. Was this just about to start searching for them? You don't got to search now, brother. I love Evan, by the way. I was just by your guys' old house, gave me some great memories. I almost learned how to swim at Evan's house back in the day. It was only like 4 feet tall pool, but when you're 4'2", it's still a risk. So yeah, those 2 inches that got me to my head. So I learned how to get my nose and mouth above water. So yeah, no, I'm gonna send this to you, brother. But you got to type the word grant just because I love you. And okay, yeah, just we're brothers. You got to follow instructions. Type in the word grant. And I'll send this over to you. You guys let me know which ones you apply for. Now, the other thing, right? So what's in store for Dominique Theka for next year? Let's go to the next topic for the day because I know you guys got to get to work. 2025 recap, guys. We didn't even get all of the segments that I wanted to get in. This segment could have been an hour long in itself. Shout out to my guy Russ Vogel. If you know me, you know I can't do what I do without some key people. This year, Aaron Estrada, producer of the show, Russ Vogel, who handles all the technology stuff at the firm we're at. He does. I mean, technically, we have a team, but he is the brains at this point behind everything. And I just really work with Russ. And Russ is one of the best gift givers that I've had in my life over the last 10 years. And this year, he gave me this. Now, I don't know that I'm going to be able to show you guys in focus. It is a model car and then Farmall, a hat. Now I'm an official. Like I got a farm. I got a tractor. If you guys see my tractor, he gave me a model tractor and hat, classic of the one that I bought. How amazing is that? So thank you. I was like high and low because I got this, and then I'm like, how the heck I didn't know who sent it. Who would have had the wherewithal to send this? My guy Russ, I appreciate you. So I appreciate everybody that has been supporting. But so what is in store for 2026? How was 2025? Let me give you guys a quick rundown. My highs in 2025 was we got our rehab done in our Washington, D.C. house. Thank Jesus. That was a headache. If you think you got money for real estate development and everything, okay, great. Good for you. Until you do a rehab in Washington, D.C. or New York. And you get on the wrong side of the, whatever. So the fact that we got that done, it did come with some lawsuits. I had to sue a couple contractors. Me and the city got into a legal battle. So the mayor's office kind of got involved and helped us out there. But suing the city was difficult because the law firm that I was reaching out to, they're like, no, we work with the city. We had a conflict of interest. There's no law firm in DC that doesn't work with I don't know if they're a city or just a district. So that was really tough. I want to give you guys more advice next year on how to get into real estate investing, but I'm glad that worked out for me. The farm, a big plus because we got our animals and our farm animals in. We recently got some ducks. I want to share that with you guys. My car caught on fire. Stay tuned for Friday. My truck caught on fire. I wish I had this for y'all, but I took it out. I don't know. Do we have it? Well, that's the tractor there. That's my guy Russ. That's my little tractor. Come out to Theka Farms and enjoy. I got skeet shoot. I don't know what I'm doing out there, but it's just a learning curve. It's a journey. We can figure it out together. But we got some ducks, we got some lambs, we got some sheep and goat and all that. So the farm, now it's a little cold. We're going to really wait for springtime. We're going to be focusing on that and getting established for spring. Excited about that. Some of the difficulties of this year is I'm just doing too much. right? Like I'm not always with you guys as much as I want to. I want to get more content out because I do a lot, but I don't record it. Right, like I travel quite a bit. We did some large video commercials and productions for some clients. So I want to make sure that I record that for you guys. And a big news for next year, we're getting back into government contracts, fellas. We're getting back into government contracts. So what does that mean for you? That means that I want to do it in public. I want to be as transparent with y'all, win and lose, succeed and fail with you guys. So if you're interested in government contracts, maybe I'll do it on Friday. If you're in the Philadelphia area, I'm going to show you how to win government contracts in Philadelphia. Maybe I'll do it on Friday. Let me know. I'm going to send you the grant list. If you want help filling out the grants, let me know. If you want me to do it live, let me know. Oh, yeah, these are my ducks, folks. These are the ducks. If you know people's...
Chill out. Chill out.
Yeah.
Problem. That one's a troublemaker. Chill out. Like be like your sister here, sweet.
Yeah. Do you know the look of people's face when you pull up to Wawa to grab a coffee and you got a bunch of ducks and you're black? They're like, what you doing with the ducks? Mind your business. No questions. Mind your business. If you don't want to buy a duck, you don't need to know. Just let it go, Papa. We farmers now, baby. Just a farmer doing the farming things. So yeah, so we got that. They're loving it. We're creating and of course, you know, I got a lake. I got an amazing 20-acre lake that now these little guys are going to be able to jump around in. But ultimately, 2025 has been this was a car caught on fire. The firefighters didn't really do much. I already took it out. I was throwing snow in the car. And then I realized, I'm like, why am I doing this? Shout out to the fire departments everywhere. The best social service that we have in this country are firefighters. Shout out to firefighters. EMTs too, I'm sure. Not sure yet. I haven't really had to experience y'all too much. But no, firefighters still on top. Sorry. Firefighters, best social service we have in this country. Here's why. These guys, I called them. I was like smoking my car. I didn't get great videos because by the time I was recording, I'm like, this car is going to blow. I don't want to be Tom Cruise in Vanilla Sky. I don't want to get my face all burnt up for content. I should have done it, though. But the firefighters came, and then they hooked me up. They got blah, 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 and then they left. They didn't even take my information to give me a bill. They didn't ask me if I had insurance before they took it out.
From the company.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See that? You see that flash a little bit, and like so, fuel was coming out the bottom of the car, and I was hearing ka 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 ka, and I'm like, it's about to blow, and I did, and I had to get the ducks out. And I was like, what do I do? How do I do? But long story short, 2025 was a ride, and I can't thank you enough for taking that ride with me. And I can't wait for 2026. We're going to get into government contracts. We're going to get into lending opportunities. I want to be so transparent with y'all. I've been very successful, but my biggest success has been with you guys. So thank you for that. See you guys next year. Thank you for watching the Ask Dom Nash Show.